Alrighty, here we are back in action. Sorry for the hiatus. Currently in California, visiting friends and family, but we'll be working on this '05 Nissan Sentra 1.8 California emissions, which has been in the family since brand new, basically 2006. Has been my brother's. Now it's passed down to my cousins. Either way, current issues we're having is that the car is stalling at idle, and if it is running, it is having a rough idle. But main concern is the car stalling at idle. Not too long after that, the check engine light did pop up, and it came up with a P1278, which is the air fuel sensor, bank one, which is the upper O2 sensor, which is really easy to get to. And it should take no more than 5 minutes to replace. And so let's start the beginning of the video. We'll begin with locating the air-fuel ratio sensor, which is right here. This is definitely the plus side of working on 4 cylinders. Everything is just right there in the open. Before we undo the O2 sensor, we do have to unplug the sensor, which was easier said than done for a second. I just wasn't able to push the pin down to unlock the lever. Once I grabbed the lever, I released some tension off of the tab, and then I was able to push down on the tab to pull back on the lever, allowing you to disconnect the 2 plugs. Once disconnected, there's a metal tab on the back. Just pull down on it, and then you can slide the plug off. This is definitely not the original location for the cable tie down, but go ahead and snip your zip tie, or just undo your cable. Now we can utilize the O2 socket. You'll slide the cable through the open slit. I am using a 1/2 inch breaker bar since the socket does require a 1/2 inch head to fit into the hole. When you go to install, definitely don't use a breaker bar to install. And here's the O2 sensor. It's quite covered in white residue. Could be from the fuel additives such as seafoam or burning coolant. Hopefully not. But it does look like it has a hairline crack at the base of the sensor. On top of that, it looks a little burnt from the top of the sensor. It's probably from the heat shield not doing its job. And there goes the new one. I forgot to do a comparison between the two O2 sensors, but the one we put out is a Bosch aftermarket, and then the one we're replacing it with is also a Bosch aftermarket. The original Denso sensor are about 160 bucks, so we're a little bit on a budget here. I believe the Bosch sensor was about 90. I do prefer to go with Denso whenever you can because Denso is the OEM manufacturer for most of the Japanese cars. Before torquing the sensor down, I'm just going to use a regular ratchet to tighten it as much as I can. Once we have it tightened down, we can use a torque wrench. When using a offset socket like this, there is a specific formula you have to use in order to calculate the proper torque spec. I'll leave a link in the description down below on how to calculate that. But if you set your torque spec to about 30 foot-pounds, you should be okay. And now to just plug everything back in. And then if your clip is broken, just go ahead and zip tie your cable back up. And to clear the code, all you have to do is disconnect the negative battery terminal for about 10 minutes. If not, you can clear the codes using a OBD2 scanner. Thanks for watching.